Joining me on NewsX is the BJP candidate from the Rajouri Garden Assembly constituency, which has witnessed power shuffle between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party over the past 10 years. With us is Mr. Manjinder Singh Sirsa. He is the BJP candidate for the upcoming assembly elections and also the National Secretary of the BJP. Sir, thank you so much for joining us on NewsX. I have to, of course, begin by asking you, what is the BJP's strategy for taking on the Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital?
So BJP strategy is very clear. From last 12 years, Aam Aadmi Party has ruined Delhi like anything. Today you go to any part of the Delhi, you'll find what? The broken roads, the dirtiest water ever possible. Everybody is getting not a water, but a sewage water. The entire city has been ruined. No clean air, no clean water, no clean roads, no clean infrastructure. If you compare two cities, Delhi and Gurgaon, or Delhi or Faridabad, one thing is very clear: when Arvind Kejriwal came to Delhi in 2013 as a chief minister, Gurgaon used to be a very small city and there was no chances of growth because Delhi is a capital also and the most important city of this country. But now when today after 12 years you compare the property infrastructure and property rates, which used to be 12 years earlier, if you talk about Delhi, one would have sold one plot and bought at least 10 plots in Gurgaon. But in last 10-12 years, Gurgaon has grown like anything in the BJP rule. Now, if somebody wants to have one single plot, even selling Delhi a plot and want to buy a plot in Gurgaon, he won't afford to buy that plot. Reason being because the growth of Gurgaon has gone many folds because they got a clean water, they got a best infrastructure, they got a best air, and you won't see a single dhalau in any road. And here, every road outside every house or every road, you'll find this dhalaus. So, one thing is clear that Arvind Kejriwal has only promised. He has promised moon, but he has not even dribbled a diya. His promises are, मैं आप सबको घर दूंगा. He has owned his own sheesh mahal, but he has not make a single home for Juggi people. Not even a single house. Today he says कि बीजेपी वाले तो जी झुग्गियों में चले जाते हैं जी, वहां पे जाके बैठते हैं जी. Why would have been gone to Juggi if we have given them a multi-story apartment? We would have gone there. It is such a poor state of Delhi, so the people of Delhi want to change. And for that reason, it is not we, a BJP, who's setting up a trend or who's setting up an agenda. It's the people of Delhi who are setting up an agenda that we want to throw this corrupt Kejriwal out because these promises were totally different. And what he did in last 12 years is totally different.
Mr. Sirsa, Arvind Kejriwal says that if the BJP were to come to power in Delhi, that you will shut down free education, that you will shut down free healthcare. How does the BJP clarify those allegations?
So first of all, free education is for entire country. So what's Arvind Kejriwal is giving? Every school in this country, government school, is free for everyone. Here also, Delhi also free. First. So it means he is threatened by this word. He is misleading the people because he knew he is losing. Second thing, health services. There is no free health services. Every hospital in country is free for everybody. But here, Prime Minister Modi has given 5 lakhs to entire country for their free treatment in any private hospital. But here people in Delhi are lacking for that also. When I go to people, the women's and the old people say, हमें केजरीवाल प्राइवेट अस्पताल में इलाज क्यों नहीं कराने देता? अगर अतिशी प्राइवेट अस्पताल में इलाज करा सकती है तो हमारा क्यों नहीं हो सकता? And what Modi ji has said is that I'll give you 10 lakh rupees. Can you imagine somebody going to every person of Delhi, even a person living in a Juggi cluster, has now power to get his family treated in a private hospital for 10 lakh rupees every year? So what best can be given on this earth rather than this? Only reason is why Arvind Kejriwal is propagating this kind of a fake propaganda, because he is sure that he is losing this time.
Okay. Mr. Sirsa, it will be unfair to say that the BJP has had a very little role to play in the national capital. The center, of course, is in power in Delhi. For the last 10 years, you were also in power in the MCD, which plays a very crucial part of Delhi's development. It's one of the largest civic bodies in the world. But we did see a very poor model of functioning of the MCD. For example, just last year, we saw 3 students who died in the basement drowning case in Old Rajendra Nagar. So that was just one of the cases where the MCD, it was perhaps just a sheer apathy and a lack of responsibility of the MCD. My question to you is, why hasn't the BJP then been able to fix the working of the MCD when it was in fact in power in the MCD, if your intentions are so pure and clear?
We have fixed it. In last 10 years, if you've seen how the dholaus have been moved out of the city, how the infrastructure has been created, how hundreds of multi-story parkings have been created, hundreds and hundreds of the underpasses has been created by the MCD. MCD is one body which was giving a clean Delhi to everyone. But the moment Arvind Kejriwal came, he said कि जो कूड़े के ढलाव पहाड़ है मैं इनको खत्म करूँगा. Where is that? Now entire city has become कूड़े का पहाड़. Everywhere there is a कूड़ा. And that is the failure of Arvind Kejriwal, that 3 students have lost their precious life. Now you can equate between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. That's what I want to say, that when BJP was in rule, there was no such mess in Delhi, in MCD also. But the moment Arvind Kejriwal took on MCD also, he has ruined the MCD also. He has ruined the Delhi also. Dirtiest possible water can be given here in Delhi it is. He used to say कि मैं तो यमुना 5 साल में क्लियर कर दूंगा. हर साल every year he says the same thing. नहीं मैं अगले 5 साल में कर दूंगा, नहीं मैं अगले 5 साल में कर दूंगा. And by the time, I must remind you, this was Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he used to be the Chief Minister of Gujarat. He said कि साबरमती नदी को मैं क्लियर करके दूंगा. And he made it possible. The president of China was sitting on the Sabarmati, on the banks of the Sabarmati and enjoying the clean water there. So that is the difference between a person who can perform and there is a person who always does notanki.
Okay, all right. MCD out of the way, I have to also, of course, ask you about the DDA then, the Delhi Development Authority, which falls under the central government, and of course the LG heads it. In December 2023, as per some of the data that is available online, the DDA's unsold inventory of flats stood at nearly 40,000. And there are estimates that this is revenue were upwards of rupees 18,000 crores. That obviously directly impacts the DDA's ability to utilize some of that revenue coming in for roads, for cleanliness work, for putting up new sewer lines, etc. What has really gone wrong with the DDA and why is nobody looking into it very seriously?
So first thing, DDA was supposed to give a 30,000 flats to us slum dwellers.
Yes.
Those 30,000 flats are made 12 years back. What Arvind Kejriwal has to do, he has to just sign the paper. The flats are with Delhi, handed over to Delhi government. Now he has to give it to the Jhuggi dwellers. But why didn't he make them shift there? Because he feels that if they go out there, they will become BJP voter, unko ghar mil gaya hai. And for that reason, he has ruined the life of 30,000 Jhuggi dwellers just for one reason, single reason, कि मोदी की लोग कहेंगे मोदी ने उनको घर दे दिया, इसलिए he has not given the house to them. और वो सारे खंडर हो गए हैं. 30,000 बने हुए घर जुगी डवेलर्स के लिए अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने खंडर कर दिए, लेकिन नहीं दिए फॉर जस्ट वन रीजन कि इसका क्रेडिट बीजेपी को मिल जाएगा. दिस इज द माइंडसेट ऑफ आवर चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ दिल्ली. दैट इज द पूरेस्ट माइंडसेट वुड हैव एवर सीन. दैट इज द रीजन दैट दिस Delhi is suffering from the rule of Arvind Kejriwal.
But is that the only problem with the DDA? That there's a chunk of flats which is lying vacant because the Delhi government is not utilizing them?
That's the only problem.
That's the only problem with the DDA.
Because those flats for a Jhuggi dwellers, DDA can't sell that flats.
Yes.
DDA उन फ्लैटों को बेच नहीं सकती.
But why is it coming under the unsold inventory then?
Because it has to be given to the Jhuggi dwellers only. Or
Okay.
Arvind Kejriwal is not handing them.
Okay.
He would have handed over to them.
Okay. Another allegation that has been raised by the Aam Aadmi Party last year, Delhi Chief Minister Atishi said that the people of Delhi have contributed rupees 2.07 lakh crore as income tax last year and paid CGST amounting to rupees 25,000 crore, bringing them into the bracket of some of the highest income taxpayers in the entire country. But she says that Delhi does not get a single penny of its tax share. How does the BJP clarify this allegation?
Actually, there's a complete setup because their total politics is based on this kind of lies, on fake propaganda. Where did Atishi is getting money from? If they are not got a single penny, CST has been collected by the government of India. The income tax has been collected by the government of India. The sale tax now, there is no sale tax. The VAT is collected by government of India. And if they do not getting any share from Delhi for government of India, from where they are getting money? They have not got a single source to get a money apart from the excise taxation where they have taken all their money at their home. So this is a total false propaganda because they believe कि दिल्ली के लोगों को कुछ पता तो है नहीं, हम कुछ भी बोल देंगे वो मान लेंगे. If government of India is not giving them the share, इनके पास पैसा आ कहाँ से रहा है? There is not a single source of collection of any state, not just Delhi, of any state. The amount has to come from a government of India because there is no GST, VAT now. Everything comes under GST or CGST. So the amount has to come from government of India. This is a sheer lie. What biggest lie can be from, other than this?
Okay. Coming back to the BJP's model now for the national capital, how exactly will the BJP manage the growing menace of traffic and poor infrastructure in Delhi if it were to come to power?
The growth rate in Gurgaon is 20 times higher than Delhi. The growth rate in Ghaziabad is almost 12 times higher than Delhi. The growth rate in Faridabad or Sonipat is also 12 to 14% than Delhi. But because those are all BJP ruled cities in the BJP ruled states, the BJP is managing that very conveniently, very easily, because they are providing their best services to. Had BJP ruling Delhi from last 2013 onwards, I think this problem have never arisen. If the person with the vision, our Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi ji, crores of people a free health benefit. If we can make 15,000 houses for poor, 5 crore houses for poor people, if this man can manage taking our country to the moon, which nobody would have expected, even a best country like America and USA are saying कि इस पोल पर कैसे पहुंच सकते हैं. Delhi would have been totally different had it been with the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, a double engine government. The double engine government has changed the entire life where the BJP is in power. See, the Madhya Pradesh has been changed, the Chhattisgarh has been changed, the Maharashtra has been changed, Rajasthan has been changed, Haryana has been changed. People are giving next term, repeated governments for 15 years, 20 years, because people are saying that our lives have been changed.
Okay. As far as the garbage situation is concerned in Delhi, you also raised this matter yourself.
Worst.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Luckily because I live in Delhi, so I can also talk as a citizen who has to travel across Delhi. The garbage situation in Delhi has become extremely poor. But again, Mr. Sirsa, a part of it also, the responsibility fell under the MCD. So I don't want the BJP to brush it under the carpet and say that this is all done by the Aam Aadmi Party. What I want to understand is, we've really witnessed this situation deteriorating in the past 10 years, one can say. Why has that happened, and how does the BJP then plan on really dealing with the garbage situation in Delhi?
What can BJP do now? The corporation is with Aam Aadmi Party. It is the
No, if you were to come to power.
If we were to come to power, we will clear it. Because
then you will say the corporation is with Aam Aadmi Party now.
No, we never said this earlier also. We never said. We have ruled this corporation for 15 years, but we never said कि BJP हमारी केंद्र दिल्ली में सरकार नहीं इसलिए हम कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे. We never said this. There is no excuse to that. The moment Delhi government comes with BJP, the government has enough power to do. The state government has enough power to do everything. So I don't think that there was any problem with the Arvind Kejriwal could have also easily done, but his intention was not to do. He wanted to create a mess in Delhi so he can blame the government of India and take the vote. That's that is modus operandi or a political setup which he want to enjoy.
Okay. The BJP has of course accused the Aam Aadmi Party of indulging in freebie politics for the past 12 years, but you've also promised say 2,100 rupees to women in your manifesto as well.
2,500.
2,500 rupees in your manifesto as well. I want to understand, is that also not freebie politics?
No.
And how will that promise then be funded?
See, if you have read this, a study by the one of the important organization in US, what they came out with is that after Prime Minister's Ladli Yojana in various states, the women have been empowered. They got their own power with them. This is not a freebie. This is to empower your women, the poor women who do not have a house, who do not have even a 100 rupees in her hand to give to her children to pay their fees or to get them some good clothes. So this is the way a Ladli Yojana, Lakpati Didi Yojana, Drone Didi Yojana, these all Yojanas schemes had made women empowered. So our Prime Minister vision is to empower them. Now what are the freebies? When you give 20,000 to Imam, and from last 12 years you are giving to the Imams, just to one religion, 20,000 rupees per month to every Imam. And when you see that you are losing now, you are going out of power, you say, मैं मंदिरों के पुजारियों को भी दूंगा, पर दूंगा, उनको वादा, इलेक्शन आने के बाद दूंगा, और तुम्हें आज दूंगा. So this is what freebies are. This is what the mindset Arvind Kejriwal enjoys.
Okay. Mr. Sirsa, air pollution is a huge problem in the national capital today. I want to understand what is the BJP's plan for tackling that. Say if the BJP were to come to power in Delhi, will you be taking it up very seriously with some of the farmers of Punjab and Haryana? Now there is a new narrative that has begun that air pollution in Delhi is not caused by parali burning.
That's true.
And that it's caused by vehicular pollution.
That's true.
Whatever it is caused by, what is the BJP's plan of action then?
So we have been saying from day one that you are just blaming Punjab government when the Congress rule was there. We never blamed the Congress government in Punjab for that because it was a Delhi pollution. Today also when there is no parali, today also you won't able to breathe
Yes.
there. Am I right here? So that is the problem of a state government which Arvind Kejriwal is shifting blame to other states. It is a state government, and when the BJP will be power, we will manage it. And it has to be managed. The people should be able to be breathe, and we will give a clean air to them. That is our responsibility.
But I want to understand, Mr. Sirsa, the BJP, I mean, the center does operate out of Delhi. It's not like NDMC has a
I'll give you one
NDMC area
simple
has a
example.
different air versus the
So I'll
rest
tell
of
you a very
Delhi.
simple example. I'll give
Yes.
you a very simple example. This Najafgarh drain, the Lieutenant Governor took over and he started cleaning this drain. And he has cleaned drain so much that there was no mosquito 3 years back at our place. Not single a mosquito. The entire Punjabi was so happy, Punjabi Bagh was. Everyone was saying, "Ye hua kya?" Because this entire Najafgarh drain was cleared. Suddenly next year we saw again same problem. I called up the LG office. I said, "What happened? आप तो कह रहे थे हम यहाँ पे किश्तियाँ चला रहे हैं, बोटिंग कर रहे हैं." कह रहे जी अरविंद केजरीवाल जी सुप्रीम कोर्ट से जाके स्टे ले आए हैं. So what he did, दिल्ली में काम ना हो, LG ना कर पाए काम, अच्छा उसके लिए स्टे लेके आओ कोर्ट से. That is the mindset, and that person is called Arvind Kejriwal. That is the problem here. Air pollution is definitely a problem. BJP can easily solve. Arvind Kejriwal says कि जो मेरे से कराना कराइए, आप solve कर दीजिए, we'll solve it. Whenever we start doing, LG ये कर रहा है, LG को रोको, LG तू चुनाव लड़ लेना, LG तुझे इतना शौक है काम करने का, आ जाना मैदान में. That is his language. Then how can somebody do here something? It is totally impossible.
Okay.
He's never a supporter. He's an obstacle to every good job which is done here. Any good thing is done here, Arvind Kejriwal will be obstacle to that.
Okay. Coming to then Arvind Kejriwal, do you think this Sheesh Mahal narrative is actually working for the voter on the ground?
It is not about the narrative only. One thing is clear, people of Delhi are asking कि वादा क्या किया था? वादा किया था कि तुम्हें झुग्गियों से निकाल कर घर में लेके जाऊंगा. वादे का हुआ क्या? हम झुग्गियों में बैठे हैं, तुमने शीश महल बना लिया. वादा किया था पानी मुफ्त मिलेगा, बिल नहीं आएगा. हुआ क्या? पानी नहीं आया, गटर का पानी आया और बिल 50,000 रुपए का आ गया. वादा किया था कि बिजली के बिल नहीं आएंगे. हुआ क्या? बिजली तो फ्री मिली नहीं, बिजली हाफ, पानी माफ, बिजली हाफ तो हुई नहीं, लेकिन बिल डबल आ गया. वादा हुआ कि तुम्हारा फ्री इलाज करा के दूंगा. क्या हुआ? अतिशी पूछती है, अतिशी से पूछा टीवी वालों ने कि बताइए आप मोहल्ला क्लिनिक में इलाज कराते हैं? फ्रैंकली मैं तो कभी मोहल्ला क्लिनिक में गई नहीं. बताइए, आप अपना अपोलो में इलाज कराना चाहते हैं, फोर्टिस में कराना चाहते हैं, गरीब आदमी को आप कह रहे हैं मोहल्ला क्लिनिक की लाइन में लग. मोदी कहता कि नहीं भाई इनका भी फोर्टिस में इलाज करा दो, पैसे मैं दे दूंगा. नहीं हम तुम्हें भी नहीं देने देंगे. देखिए मोदी जी ने कभी ये तो कहा नहीं कि 5 लाख अरविंद केजरीवाल आप दो इनका प्राइवेट अस्पताल में. मोदी जी सेड कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी अगर आप मोहल्ला क्लिनिक में नहीं इलाज कराते, प्राइवेट अस्पताल में, अतिशी जी प्राइवेट अस्पताल में कराते हैं, मैं अपने दिल्ली के वासियों का प्राइवेट अस्पताल में इलाज कराना चाहता हूं, आप इनको करवाने दीजिए, 5 लाख मैं दूंगा. नहीं, हम वो भी नहीं कराने देंगे गरीब आदमी का इलाज प्राइवेट अस्पताल में. तो वादे क्या थे और किया क्या? ये एक है, शीश महल उसका एक जीता जाता मिसाल है कि एक आदमी को इतनी लालसा है लग्जरी एंजॉय करने की, वो 20 लाख रुपए के शनील के कारपेट पे चलना चाहता है, वो 80 लाख रुपए के पर्दा लगाना चाहता है, वो 50 लाख रुपए की किचन में खाना बनाना चाहता है, वो 60 लाख रुपए की जकूजी लगाना चाहता है, वो 250 टन के एसी लगाना चाहता है, और वो मार्बल भी इटालियन लगा के वहां पे वाइट लगाना चाहता है. दिस इज द माइंडसेट ऑफ अरविंद केजरीवाल. Actually, he is after the luxury and after the money. His only aim was to be the richest chief minister of this country.
Okay. But somewhere, Mr. Sirsa, do you feel that there is a very solid vote bank in Delhi today, which has proven that to them 200 units of free electricity or a reduced water bill matters much more than, say, an Arvind Kejriwal may be allegedly indulging in corruption?
No, definitely it was, no doubt. But there was two different things. When Arvind Kejriwal came to power, he came with this agenda कि मैं corruption खत्म कर दूंगा. It is not that corruption is the only matter at that time also, and not today also. But yes, the people of Delhi say कि इसने झूठे वादे किए थे पैसा कमाने के लिए. हमें 200 यूनिट बिजली की देने की बात करता है, वो तो 200 यूनिट के बदले में हमें लूट रहा है. अब when मोदी जी सेड कि 200 यूनिट जो आपकी फ्री सर्विसेज है हम देंगे, तो पीपल सेड कि अगर मोदी हमें दे रहा 200 यूनिट, मोदी अगर फ्री पानी दे रहा वो तो साफ पानी भी देगा. अगर वो 200 यूनिट बिजली दे रहा है तो 200 यूनिट बिजली के बाद हमारे ऊपर सरचार्ज भी नहीं लगेगा. और अगर फ्री बस दे रहा है तो बस से भी हमें नहीं मिलेंगी. नाउ पीपल हैव शिफ्टेड इंटायर गोल टुवर्ड्स मोदी कि अगर ये सब कुछ मोदी से मिल रहा है, फिर हमने केजरीवाल के पास नहीं जाना, फिर मोदी से अच्छी गवर्नेंस भी लेंगे, अपने बच्चों का भविष्य भी बनाएंगे, मल्टी स्टोरी मकानों में रहेंगे जाके, सबको बहुमंजिला मकान भी मिल जाएंगे, हमारे बच्चों का जीवन भी सुधर जाएगा, बिजली फ्री, पानी फ्री और बस भी फ्री है, और मोदी सब कुछ दे रहा है. मोदी की गारंटी तो पक्की है, 2,500 रुपये औरतों को साथ में मिल जाएगा. सो दैट इज द रीजन पीपल हैव शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम अरविंद केजरीवाल डायरेक्टली टू बीजेपी.
Okay, Mr. Sirsa, last few questions. Will the BJP be bringing its own version of the excise policy if it were to come to power?
See, that I won't comment here, because reason being that is a policy decision and that is not a party decision. That would be a cabinet decision. But yes, something different has to be here, where there should be zero corruption and zero tolerance for corruption.
Okay. There's also been a recent crackdown on illegal Bangladeshi immigrants in Delhi, but the Aam Aadmi Party has in fact shifted the blame on the centre, saying that you are the ones who allowed them to come into the country in the first place. I want to understand, how big is the illegal immigration threat and how does the BJP plan on dealing with it?
See, it is the biggest threat to the country. Thousands of immigrants from Bangladesh via West Bengal has came to Delhi. And why they came to Delhi only? Why not to other states? Because they feel that is the safe haven. Here Arvind Kejriwal give them identification also. उनके आई कार्ड बना के देते हैं, उनको राशन कार्ड बना के देते हैं, और 10,000 रुपया मंथली देते हैं वोट बनाकर उनको. So that is the reason that they feel this is the safest haven. We should come to Delhi. उनके वोटर बनो. In my constituency, Rajouri Garden, almost 7,000 votes, new votes of the immigrants have been made. Most of them are 35 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, and I've written to the election commission कि ये लोग कहाँ से आए हैं. अगर कहीं से वोट शिफ्ट होके आई है, कट के आई है, तो डिटेल कहाँ है? दे हैव नो आंसर टू इट. सब रोहिंग्या को आके वोट यहाँ पे बनाई है, यही जीतने का मंत्र था, वो हमने पकड़ लिया, इसलिए अरविंद केजरीवाल रो रहे हैं.
Okay, Mr. Sirsa, why has the BJP then hesitated to present a chief ministerial face to the people of Delhi? Because you've seen an election strategy for the past 10 years itself, in the past 2 elections, that you have, of course, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is always there as the biggest face of the Bharatiya Janata Party. But would it not have been a better election strategy to maybe give a political face to the people to compete directly against Arvind Kejriwal?
No, never. It is BJP's policy. We talk about Haryana. Did we ever project a face? हमारी गवर्नमेंट नहीं थी, हमने कोई हुड्डा के सामने चुनाव लड़ा. There was no face. In UP, we contested against Akhilesh Yadav. There was no face. In Maharashtra, we contested. There was no face. In Chhattisgarh, in Madhya Pradesh, everywhere we have contested. Every MLA or every candidate who have been giving a ticket is fully prepared to take over any responsibility whichever party hands him. So Arvind Kejriwal even do not have their party face. आज अरविंद केजरीवाल का चीफ मिनिस्टर का चेहरा ही कोई नहीं है. ही इज नॉट अ पार्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर फेस बिकॉज ही कांट बिकम अ चीफ मिनिस्टर. उनके ऊपर तो केस है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उनको हटाया है कि आप फाइल साइन नहीं कर सकते, आप चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफिस नहीं जा सकते, आप किसी डॉक्यूमेंट पे साइन नहीं कर सकते. तो चीफ मिनिस्टर अरविंद केजरीवाल तो बन नहीं सकते. अरविंद केजरीवाल हिमसेल्फ सेड कि आतिशी जो हैं वो टेम्परेरी हैं. देन अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का चीफ मिनिस्टर फेस कौन है? अरविंद केजरीवाल दिल्ली के लोगों को अपनी नकली फोटो लगा के बता रहे मैं बनूंगा, वो तो बन ही नहीं सकते, वो तो वोट भी नहीं ले सकते. तो फिर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का चीफ मिनिस्टर फेस कौन है, वो अभी तक दिल्ली के लोगों को क्यों नहीं बता रहे?
Okay, my last question to you, sir. Of course, I have to ask, how many seats will the BJP win in Delhi?
See, we will win anyway between 52 to 58 seats. 52 are very dead sure that we will win those 52 seats, which we have won in Lok Sabha also. And we are sure that we will even increase that number. We might go to 56, 54, 55, 56, anywhere close to that.
So the BJP feels that it's going to make a very comfortable government.
Very comfortable, very comfortable majority. And in fact, a 2/3 majority will be able to win the seats. Because there is a lot of anti-incumbency against Arvind Kejriwal. The cases of corruption, Arvind Kejriwal, how we have served our liquor. See, one lady told me, हमारे बच्चों के घर घर तक नशा बचाया. एक नहीं, देयर वाज अ टीवी चैनल, देयर वाज शो गोइंग ऑन इन अनदर चैनल, वहाँ पे सब ने बोला हमारे तो घरों तक ठेके खोल दिए, हमारे बच्चे को नशे पे लगा दिया, हमारे घर वाले शराब पी के आके लड़ते हैं हमसे. That is the views of women of Delhi.
Okay, all right. On that note, Mr. Manjinder Singh Sirsa, thank you so
Thank you.
much for joining us on NewsX.